that how you design those programs. In all of the programs that I attended, all of the education that I had, college, public, and otherwise, nobody ever told me that I was an African woman. Nobody ever told me what the history of African people were. Nobody ever told me that America is business, and without business you will have nothing and be nothing. And nobody ever told me how to organize business so that I would be able to develop institutions in my own community. So now the sincerity of all of the programs and all of the education has to be questioned, indicted, and convicted, because the bottom line is that America is not and has never tried to produce African adults who are functional, self-sufficient, who understand their politics, their economics, and their relationship to the world politics and the world economics.
American Unified with the NAACP, the Urban League, and the traditional We Shall Overcome civil rights leaders of the 50s and 60s have been all but abandoned and ignored by younger people, Sister Souljah included.
I think that the dice are loaded, and that's what's left out of Mr. Brown's piece. See, there was a period of time in this country after Reconstruction where African people owned a lot of land, owned a lot of businesses, and did a lot of things. But what happened was the American government, the Ku Klux Klan, and other organizations organized in smashing that effort. So it's not that we haven't tried to own lands and have not organized businesses. It's that if you are African in America or in Latin America or in the Caribbean or in the continent, you will be hunted no matter what you do, because they do not want us to survive and become self-sufficient. And you can say that, but you haven't lived this life. You haven't lived this life.
Listen to be happy. We want to talking about that. All right. Now, to paraphrase Senator Bradley of New Jersey, the state from which your piece was.
Senator Bradley gets much right when he talks.
He does, and he, among other things, and he's not claiming to be particularly original with the observation. We can't get there unless we go together. I have a terrible feeling that behind me are some people who do not agree.
Senator Bradley of the all-white United States Senate said we can't get there unless we all go there together. Sorry, none of us are where he is. That's number one. Number two, you're making a moral appeal to a country that doesn't have a moral conscience. The question becomes that when white people feel serious and angry and upset about abortion, they come out in the thousands up to the millions to say, this is what we believe about abortion. Where is the white outcry against white racism that murders African people all around this entire globe? It doesn't exist. So who are these white good people? I want to meet them. I want to see them. It was not enough.
But that might be all we can give.
And guess what? I don't work with all I can get. What I work with is what I have. Listen, you have to have some confidence in the power of African people amongst ourselves to establish a foundation. We have it. We have utter chaos in our cities, and you got to get that. You can have a program. I'm not saying we've built a lot of institutions, and those institutions have not been effective. The majority of millions of African youth in this country are dying mentally, dying spiritually, dying emotionally, dying academically. And you may have a program, Mr. Brown may have a program, but what we got to talk about is an American government that tracks millions of African people who don't go to your program, don't go to Brown's program. Millions of African people, not only here, but all around the world. And if we are not honest enough to say who are our friends, who are our enemies, to know what a friend is, to know what an enemy is, we will constantly be trying to get into people's parties, to shake our butts with them, to get them to like us. And that's not the question. The question is, what can we build amongst ourselves to secure ourselves from our enemies so that we will be able to survive into the future?
Mayor Kelly.
I'd love to know that if I walk out Washington, D.C. tonight, some black kid in Washington, D.C. is blowing up another black kid's head for repairing speakers because the institutions that we're talking about, not the things that we hold up to say. Look, this is one example. The institutions that we're talking about are not saving the minds of those African children. That's the
on
You,
you, black family.
you have none of these Negroes raised me. None of these
Your mom didn't help save you.
none of them.
Now you did it by yourself.
None of, listen, you know who saved me? A man named John Desane in Englewood, New Jersey, who told me who I was, who showed me my history, who told me who my enemies were, who let me know that this was not an easy world, who let me know that this was a cold environment, who let me no, what he's not a part of is dilly-dallying with the minds of African children and letting them know what the real situation is in America.
What is good, my people? We are live back again on the forecast. Now, I'm not gonna be on long today. We just did a live on Brother Bakari channel, so we already did a live, and everybody should go check out that broadcast. I'm gonna post it in the chat room, but I'm gonna put the link on here. If anybody want to come on, y'all can come on and talk about whatever you want. So hold on, let me put the link in real quick. All right, yo. And this the link to the show we just did on Bakari. So yeah, I'm not gonna be on long. Y'all can come on and talk about whatever you want. What's up, Rasheed Holmes? What's up, Bakari? That's what's up. Right, it's what's up, time to work. But yeah, so yeah, if y'all want to hear like a longer live, you know what I'm saying, you can go on there on Bakari's show and he can come on and talk about it for a few minutes if you want. I'm just letting everybody know, I got a live premiere coming up right after this, and I want y'all to, come on here before I do that because YouTube always hating on my channel, so they might block my page. So all y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the backup channel, the Forecast Radio 24, in case they block my channel. So I wanted to come on before, just in case that happened. You know what I mean? So I just want to let y'all know. But yeah, and I also want to thank y'all. I appreciate all of y'all, all the support, y'all be showing me, like all the love, because I know the numbers and all that stuff, it be lying to me. And then I'll be seeing y'all comments and I'll be trying to comment back to y'all. But you can't because YouTube already take it off, but I still get the notification for some of them. So, I just wanted to say I appreciate all of y'all for showing love. And they some haters, but right, that's the thing, we're gonna keep preaching the truth, you know what I'm saying? And the video that we coming up, you know what I'm saying, it's talking about it, because this one was from around the time of the George Floyd thing, but this was about another brother that kind of the same thing happened to, you know what I'm saying? And I was kind of talking about the Casual Killing Act of 1669, and how that's still in effect today, because we got to realize like their system is not new, it's not creative or nothing like that. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, and let's be real, like, I mean, like, just in a little bit of time that we got, let's talk about like how like the crack epidemic, because I was just thinking about that the other day, how the crack epidemic was like one of the biggest moves that they did on our community as a form of destruction. You know what I'm saying? It broke up the black families. It put millions of people in jail. It messed up millions of people's minds. And then, even today, we still got the effects of it, with the people in our communities, they fall victim to the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one side, you get the fast money, you know what I'm saying? On the other side, you are stuck out there in the streets and you hurt, you know what I'm saying? but we don't even realize like the whole strategy behind the whole crack epidemic. That's a part of the Casual Killing Act too, you know, all of this stuff. Because if you are property, you know, according to the law, if you are property or whatever, you know, then if you are disobedient, and that's why they always be like, oh, so you're not complying, you're not complying, because you are seen as property, you know what I'm saying? So number one, but when you are disobedient, they have every right to kill you according to their law, the law that we fight to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? So when this crack epidemic hit, and you know, if you could talk about whatever you want, you know, and y'all can come on here. Like I said, I ain't gonna be on here, but like a few more minutes, I think. Or not a few more minutes, but up until the live premiere come on. So y'all welcome to come on for a few minutes if y'all want to talk for like 2 or 3 minutes about it. But you know, look at what it did to our communities. You know what I'm saying? Like our homes are fractured. You know what I'm saying? Like I was born in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like they would call us the crack babies. You know, like luckily that stuff didn't affect my life. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom wasn't, but I know that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't mean my environment, the people that I went to school with, you know, my friends, all of that kind of stuff wasn't affected by that kind of environment, right? And now we are looking at a whole generation because we don't even know our history. That stuff wiped out our memory too, you know. So like before that, we had a era of where black men and black women were on the same page. Before all of that, it was the Black Power movement, because you see they got, you know, black people got fed up with the turn the other cheek, and then you know they get smacked in the other cheek, and then they turn another cheek and get smacked in that cheek. And see, then other people start coming along talking about black power, you know what I'm saying? If they don't want to listen to Martin Luther King, the sweetest man walking the earth, and they try to put out all of these scandals against him and try to, you know, come at his wife, you know what I'm saying? Then if you don't want to accept somebody like that, then we're gonna come back and what's going on, Jermaine Thompson? If you don't want to accept somebody like that, then we're gonna come back with black power. You know, if they take one of us out, take two of them out with you. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go out taking one of them with you. You know what I'm saying? That was the mindset, and that's when they start passing all of this stuff. And you see when in this era, black men and black women was still on the same page, and black children. Yo, what's going on, Bakari?
What's going on, my man?
Not much. Chilling, bro. Chilling.
Go ahead, keep talking. I was listening to you on my phone while I was trying to get on the computer. Now I'm putting my phone. Okay, go ahead. I can talk. What's up?
I ain't doing that, man. I'm just, you know, coming on here just to, you know, like I said, I'm just letting people know that, you know, the video come on just in case they try to mess with my channel. You know, I gotta, you know, I'm live premiering it just in case. So, but
okay.
that's all it was about. I was just going in on the, like how the crack era was like a huge, like, move by our enemy. You know, we don't even understand that part, but we still hurt by it right now.
Yes, we are. We absolutely hurt by the crack era. What they create something called, what they say, crack babies, all that, right? But they brought it in because right behind, because along with the crack era came in. What was it called when they was trying to get all the so-called the war on drugs? So all that came together. They put the crack there, they put it whatever there. Now you know I have been one of the people who would say, well, we didn't have to get the crack. We didn't have to take it and sell it. But in all honesty, what I do say, I know our people was doing what they're doing, trying to survive, right? So they put you in a position where you have the need to survive, right? So now that you need the need to survive, now let's go get them. And now we have our people in prison, life sentences for non-violent offenses. And it was something that they created because they knew we were in a position where we wanted to survive. And everybody have a need. Every human, every person have a need to survive. You want to survive. That's the first law of nature, self-preservation. My mama, the kids hungry, mama or daddy one on drugs, or they got jobs, ain't making enough money to make ends meet. So you got a young man coming up in that house, 14 years old, 15 years old. He got a younger siblings, a brother or a sister, and he looking and he want them to have what's considered the finer things in life, or not just necessarily finer things in life. He want his younger brother and younger sister to have decent shoes and decent clothes when they go to school. So the brother, or they go out and they do what they can to try to make that happen. Then they give you a record. Then they tell us slavery is in the past. Don't worry about the past. But how the hell you gonna tell somebody like us who been trapped in this system, don't worry about our past, but when I go fill out a job application because of what I did in my past, you use my past against me. All that came from that damn drug era. You understand? Do that make sense?
Yeah.
How many times have you heard them say that's the past?
Right.
But then don't they use our past against us? If it was me, don't they use my past against me? You did 5 years in what you do. Trying to survive. Doing what? Everything is held against us.
Yeah, Bakar, you got suspended from school one time.
Yes. Everything is held against us. And it's back to our mindset on our last show that we just did together on my channel, right? Everything is held against us. But we've been taught to forgive what's ever been done to us. We're going to have to change our mindset. Stop trying to change them. We got to change our mind. We change our mind, then our conditions change. I'm going to yield the mic, bro. Go ahead.
No, yeah, you're right. You know, it's a part of changing the mindset. But like, you know, because I was just thinking about the crack epidemic. It really just hit me while I was on here for real. But you know, I was just thinking about it and how it affected, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, my friends and like how their life has been and all of that stuff. And then like we got people out here right now talking about the lesser of two evils when this fool got up there in Congress and said, I don't want these super predators near my crackhead son or my mama and all that garbage. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, people don't even realize like prison for profit really didn't become a thing until the 80s, you know, right? During the crack epidemic right before it hit. And the thing about the crack epidemic that, you know, is kind of interesting is like, you know, they made enough money to fund a small war. That war they were fighting over there and bringing that stuff over here, they were funding it with that drug money. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that they took that money, put the drugs in our community, built the prisons, got people like Joe Biden, who, you know, I guess we're not black because we didn't vote for him and stuff like that. So, but whatever. And then, you know, had people like him saying more of us need to go to prison. And now these prisons are making money for putting people in cells. And it literally costs more money to put people in prison than it does to do education, but yet they cut the education programs and they build more prisons. And it's funny where the prisons happen to be at. And then, you know, the penitentiaries is out in, you know, the boondocks, you know what I'm saying? But the jails are right in the inner cities. And not only that, because you got to still go back deeper in history, because then those parts in the city where the jails were at and the projects is at was the places where the black communities were successful just 50, 60 years ago until they passed this highway act in 1955, where they built highways right through the middle. Like, I mean, you can go to probably any black area in the downtown where the project's at, and then you will see a bunch of historic stuff where it used to be a successful black business district right here. I know here is like Jackson Ward, like it's known as the hood and all of that stuff now, but it was a successful thing that was actually known around people. They called it like the Harlem of the South, you know, back in the day, you know. And then on top of that, now our warrior class, the people who are misled, misguided, and affected by the drug, like just the fact that their family may have been caught up in that life, now they are out here in the streets. They got to do what they got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell them nothing if they stomach hungry. So now you got these people out here, and that's our warrior class. And if they was trained and ready, if they're willing to catch a body that look like them, like if you train them right, I mean, who knows what they would do. You know what I'm saying? But now they're in prison, and now we judge each other like, oh, well, you're nothing but a jailbird and all of this stuff. But we just ignore the whole fact of the system. But I don't mean to keep ranting. So Bakari, you want to go in?
Yep, like you say, we ignore the whole facts of the system because when we do something, we tend to be harder on us, right? So when you talk about the prison, how we was talking, right? Say they have a prison. We got people going to prison programs, right? So not only, so I say we need people that want to go to the college. Teach them Black Power. Because I want people to understand this, right? Our people in the pen that's coming out, when they come back to our communities, they need some help. So our people who done went to college and our business owners, all any of that, our attorneys, accountants, all that. We need to understand that all our educators, and all our educated, we need each other. You understand? The people that been in prison need our educated and our educators. Our educated and educators need the people that been in the prison. We can't start treating each other the way they treat us because we need each other. Those brothers and sisters coming home should be embraced. And we need somebody there who's going to show some of them different. Now, trust me, you're going to find people who's going to say, man, you can't save everybody. Don't worry about them people who say that. Because guess what? You're going to save everybody. You're going to save everybody that want to be saved. You're going to work with everybody that want to work with you. And our people, we need each other. We need the brother you just put up there, right? Bill Gates. And then the other brother. They got braids and dreads, right? You know what people say about them when you see their avatar, they have braids and dreads. What do other people say about them when they see them with the braids and dreads? They look like criminals. Not me and you. You know what I mean when I say to other people, right? So now it get to the point where a lot of us start to act like them. Think about ourselves the way other people think about us. And that is something we are gonna have to change. Through this whole thing, what it boiled down to is how we need each other. I need them two brothers I just mentioned. Them two brothers need me. We don't know each other. We might not know we need each other, but if we sit down and we talk, we'll all understand. Each one of us have different talents and skills that we can use to build what we want to build or what we need to build. You understand? And that's how we have to start seeing it. Start sharing our talents, our smarts, and our brilliance with one another, amongst ourselves, and do the things that we need to do. That's what most important for the ones that coming. I like that. I got a shirt that says, I hope my blackness offend you. You know it offends them. It offends them. But that once we realize that, brothers need brothers, sisters need sisters, but brother and sister need each other too. And that's the biggest thing. Is not, we have been caught up, forecast, you like to call it the illusion of inclusion. We have been caught up and tricked and fooled into becoming individuals. We are all our own individual. Me and you, we two different people. But you don't make it in this world as an individual. Groups make it. Gonna go to the animal world, right? Look how big the lion. Who you think eat most, the lion and hyena or the cheetahs? The lions and hyenas or the leopards? Lions and hyenas can go take their food because if one of them, they're individuals. The lions and hyenas coming with clans or clans for the hyenas, prides for the lion. The group gonna always outdo the individual. You don't have to give up who you are to be part of the group to help us grow. You understand? And that's what we have to realize. Go ahead, my man. I hear it.
Yeah, and let me say this because yeah, we ain't gonna I'm only be on here for like another like 15 minutes maybe. So if anybody want to come on here and say something real quick about it, then you can come on real quick, or anything that's going on. But yeah, definitely the live premiere. But let me say this real quick. Hindsight is straight 2020, except for us when it comes to the system, because like we've been here time and time again. Like you know, school to prison pipeline is a thing. You know what I'm saying? But like Bakari said, there has to be things put in place for the people who aren't in that position. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's true that a revolutionary first has to be an outlaw, but that does not mean you have to get caught up in their system, because number one, what they're going to do is take away your guns, your right to arm yourself, the right to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? And really nobody should be able to take that right away from you, but you go and co-sign with their laws. You know what I'm saying? But they make their laws the way that they do for a certain reason. And even when it comes to like the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment and all that stuff, notice which ones say persons, you know what I'm saying? And the 13th Amendment says involuntary servitude nor slavery shall exist. So, of course, voluntary servitude is cool. You got to go to that 9 to 5 because, your water bill is like $100, your cable bill is like $300. But, I don't really want to give this brother who's trying to do something like $5 because it is what it is. But that's a whole psychology in itself. That's a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, like it's 2020 until we get to that position where we realize the situation that we're in, and like now we have the ability, because like what's going on in the world, other groups are using tragedies, pandemics to put themselves in a better position for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like we look for a magical potion, some kind of magic that'll happen to be free overnight, but it's not overnight. It's a thing that has to be sustained. Is a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to put their great grandchildren in a position to be in control of the world. And we're worried about the new world order, and we haven't figured out the old world order yet. And at the end of the day, if we do what we have to do and stay in our own lane, then nobody can mess with us. And at the end of the day, if we control what we're supposed to control and protect what we're supposed to protect, everybody's going to come for you and what you have, because your influence on the world. They may tell you you're a savage, they may tell you you're this, you're that, but that's so that they can sleep at night. They can lock you up for marijuana, nonviolent drug offenses, and then make it $1 billion industry, and they making all this money from it. They can do things like that. They can, steal and rob and kill everything you have, and then criminalize you for that, because it's their system. But if we build something like that, where we are protecting our children, leading them the right way, training our warrior class to be the warrior class, not on themselves, but on the enemy to protect the neighborhood, then you talking a different thing. But, I guess we are the world, and, we got to hold light candles and hold hands, and, everybody's one, everybody's this, and humans are a species, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, they keep saying, you know, humans is one race. No, well, human is a species. You can't even, well, you know, anyway, Brother Bukhari.
Yep, you know, we're a species just like cats. Lions and tigers are both cats, but they ain't the same. Cheetah and a lion, both cats, but they ain't the same. Dog, you understand? We are a species of a human. We are Homo sapiens sapien, more than humans. They are mostly Neanderthal. Different species. We the same but different. As a matter of fact, that was the name, the same but different. But yeah, we have been called into, we have to kumbaya. But they got songs saying, praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition, praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition, praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition, so they can all stay free. But when something happened to us, we praise the Lord and say we forgive. You see the difference in the mindset. The difference in the mindset. We want to change other people. And when all we have to do is change ourselves, we change ourselves, we change our mind, our condition change. If we continue to try to change other people, it's going to stay the same. Because as long as other people say they are not racist, it seems as if most of us is content at being in this position in which we are, in which we're in. And all they have to do is say we're not racist, because we're trying to change them. So if they say they're not racist, okay, good. So now everything gonna be okay, regardless of what we see going on, regardless of what they're doing. Regardless of that, we okay. But when it comes to them, it was a school shooting in Orlando a few years ago. And I've been looking for this video and I can't find it. I'm gonna find it though. And they was out there praying. It was an all-white school. Everybody out there white, except, of course, a couple of black folks went over there and got involved, praying. And that preacher started praying. And in the middle of his prayer, when this white preacher said, no, this black woman was praying. She was holding the preacher's hands. I can't remember which one praying. So I'm going to stick with the preacher. Say, God, we got to forgive. And in the middle of prayer, them white folks was like, fuck that. We ain't forgiving shit. He need to be dead. Look what he did to us. Not saying we need to be disrespectful to people while they're praying, but I'm just talking about they willing to kill their own because he came and shot up the school. We willing to forgive them when they do something to us. We willing to shoot our own if I accidentally step on your J's. We willing to fight one another and do YouTube diss and beef videos about one another because you disrespected the video that I said you didn't agree with me. They will come after us. Just showed this video the other day, forecast when we was doing it. Looking for a little white teenage girl, North Carolina. This was in 2019 or 2020. A mob of white people showed up at these black folks' house because somebody said they saw him with the little girl. Mob of white people showed up at the house looking for him. 2 police was with him, with guns and stuff. But luckily, this woman and her husband say, they ain't forgiving. No, we don't forgive them. Need to be in jail. But charges was dropped. Even though they'll go at one another, but when it comes to us, everybody tends to drop their dislike and beef with each other so they can handle and control us. We tend to keep our beefing and dislike for one another at the forefront so we can't fight nobody else. And I say it like this before I pass you the mic. And I think it's because of fear. We grind from the bottom and stay at the bottom. We'll fight each other so we can be the best at the bottom. I want to be better than you. But we're scared to climb that ladder and try to get to the top and want power. We want equality. We don't want power. Why? I'm saying we because I'm talking about But me personally, to hell with equality. I want power. Ain't nobody gonna ever allow you to be equal to them. So we have to create our own. We great people. Anything we did before, we can do it again. Anything we had before, we can have it again. All the knowledge our ancestors had, it's still in us. It's genetically coded in our DNA. Everything they did, we can do. So we need to be doing it now. I yield the mic.
Yeah, that's straight facts, my brother. And yo, it's like we don't realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, like death is final. Once you're gone, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? And once your loved ones is gone, they're gone. And it's like you said, like we got our people like hugging people in the courtroom before, in the courtroom. So, the body's not even like cold yet. No, not to be disrespectful saying it that way. But it's like we need a wake up call. That's why I be saying this stuff the way I do. But like our ancestors could get shot in the head. You talking about not to be disrespectful to somebody that's praying, and you have a white boy kill people while they're praying and praying for him, and you have their family members talking about I forgive you, but if Bakari, like just me, you as an example, if I was to say something right now to offend you, or like, whatever, or if I was to see you and step on your foot or something like that, we'd be beefing for 5 months before we ever whatever. And then we wouldn't even make up. We would just not talk until something else resurfaced and then beef again. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, like your enemy, like go talk to them about OJ Simpson. They're still ready to cuss you out for that because they don't take forgiveness. They don't take prisoners or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if their God doesn't serve them, and if their God doesn't protect them, they will discard that God. You know what I'm saying? They will take somebody else's God and shape them as their image. You know what I'm saying? They will take somebody else's culture and shape it into their culture, but they will only take the positive things and leave the negative things. And, of course they're going to make the excuses that they make, you know what I'm saying? But they will not forgive because death is final and nobody is coming back. Once you're gone, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even have that realization because we should be mad that our parents aren't healthy. We should be mad that our kids aren't educated properly. You know what I'm saying? Because life, you only get one chance, and we have to start thinking generationally for the kids that come, our great grandkids, our great great grandkids. We have to put them in a position where they can be successful. You know what I'm saying? And our ancestors did what they had to do. That's why I give them props because, our ancestors, we would be lynched right now for saying half the stuff that we say. But, apparently a lot of our people will still be able to say the N word and all that stuff, but they're scared to say kike, they're scared to say spit, they're scared to say chink, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But those people aren't scared to disrespect you. Those people use that word and then be like, whoa, black people say it to each other. Why can't I? You know what I'm saying? Well, it is what it is, like that stuff needs to come with consequences, by the way, and that's just my opinion. But we are addicted to the drama. A lot of people are, and that's a part of the whole dysfunction and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We addicted to the drama, and if we was arguing on here, then it'll probably be able to have 1,000. And by the way, there's no telling how many people is watching. Don't let YouTube the numbers fool you, because there's new people all the time. It's people commenting and sharing, and I appreciate all of y'all, by the way. So the numbers, don't even listen to it, but for me, I'm not on here trying to disrespect other people. I'm on here trying to talk about their system and what it is. I'm not on here trying to argue with people that look like me, especially, you know what I'm saying? And most of all, and more importantly, YouTube want to monetize what you do and what you say. And then, that's a whole nother thing. But, it is what it is. But yeah, like I'm gonna let Bakari go ahead and wrap it up, and then yeah, if y'all want like a full show, like me and Bakari just did a show on his channel, and I'm gonna put it back in the chat again, So if y'all want to watch the show we just did a few minutes ago, you can do that. And make sure y'all stay up for the live premiere. It's not a long video, so it's gonna be in a few minutes and like another 10 minutes. So yeah, Bakari, go in as long as you want, bro, because like, you know, like I said, it's another 10 minutes. So and then, you know, close out and all that.
All right, look, man. First, I want to thank you for letting me get up here and speak on your panel, man. I thank the chat for listening. You know, you know what, man. It seemed like we have a long ways to go, but it really not that long. We don't have that far to go to be where we need to be. So, regardless of what we think and what we see our condition in being, don't let that discourage us from the things that we need to do. We need to work together. We need to build together. We need to cross tribal lines because your ideology might not be like mine. You might be part of a set, like they say, set tripping, fool, set tripping. You might be part of a set that I'm not a part of, and that is okay. As long as we have the same end goal, we have to be able to cross tribal lines. When we get together, our ideology and our personal beliefs don't have to come up at all, and it shouldn't come up. The only thing that come up is how we want to work together and change our condition and change everything for our future. Don't worry about whether we gonna be here or not, because ain't nobody gonna live forever. But think about how much we care about our youth. Think about how much we care about our kids and our grandkids and our so we want them to be better than what we are. So we have to build it and leave something for them. We can't be selfish and say, I'm going to take it with me. And it's just that simple. Change our mindset within 48 hours, our conditions change. Forecast, I thank you for letting me on once again. And my name is Brother Bakari. If you haven't heard of my channel, you heard of it now. Go check it out. See if you like any videos. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, just come through and listen sometime. Be more than glad to have you. All right? But just check it out. Peace and one love.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, my brother. And definitely check out the video we just did. You know, we just did a whole live stream. So I appreciate all of y'all listening. And that's another reason I wanted to come on here, you know, to say I appreciate all of y'all and all the love and comments and support and sharing the videos y'all been doing. And definitely like Brother Bakari, you put the email in there, you know, because we definitely trying to get on code and do the things that we have to do. And we're not trying to convince or change nobody into doing something else. But what's up, Pledge? What's going on, bro? Yeah, we about to wrap it up. But I got a live premiere coming up at 11:30. I don't know. It's in 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying, for wherever you at. But you know, again, like we have to you know, and yeah, I put Bakari's show, check that out, you know what I'm saying? We just went in, you know. But I appreciate you coming, Pelage, and I appreciate all of y'all for showing me all this love and support. And y'all been holding me down for a long time, you know. And it's not about trying to save everybody. It's about the people who want to be here, who want to learn, you know what I'm saying? And the people who show me the support, the people who are serious about the things that they're trying to do. And, you know, we definitely trying to like build an organization, not to change your ideology, not to even mix the ideology, because whatever you feel that we need as a people, we want you to do that. And then, you know, we need to put our efforts together collectively. You know what I'm saying? We need to start having more things where we can unite as a people and get to know each other as a people. You know what I'm saying? And we, you know, hopefully, you know, me, Blue, and Bakari can like plan something where we can actually meet up in person. I appreciate that, Jermaine Thompson. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. But we definitely trying to do something where we can you know, meet up in person so we can like get on the same code. Because one thing your enemies learn how to do was get on the same code. They might still fight, they may still disagree, they may still all of that. But when it comes to, and I'm gonna say niggas, they get on the code because for them it's about bloodshed, it's about not forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Dylan Roof sat up there and said, yo, I did what I did on purpose, and I know what I did because I wanted to start a race war. Then all these black people are, you know, I forgive them and all this stuff. Now he's trying to change his mind about all of that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want the death penalty no more. But, you know, like, he should, I don't even know why he's still here. I don't know why, you know, George Zimmerman and all of these people. Because the sad thing is, if you go back and look at Emmett Till's funeral, and then look at, you know, like the press conference for Breonna Taylor, for Trayvon Martin, for, you know what I'm saying? I mean, name the list. Tell me what's the difference between the press conferences, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we are all we got. So I want to thank y'all. And the live premiere coming up. And make sure y'all subscribe to the backup channel in case they take my video off and try to block me again. Because YouTube, some straight haters. And they will be put out of business. But all their stuff will be put out of business. And I'm letting you know right now. So I don't really care. You can't stop it. And I know they be listening. And y'all know they be listening. So I want y'all to know that.
And let me say this before you close out.
Mm-hmm.
I tried putting an email in the chat. For some reason, it won't let me post in your thing. I did it, but it won't. It don't show at all in the comments, man.
Oh, for real, I don't see it. I just
it won't let it show in the comments.
I should make you like a moderator or something. I don't know, but I don't know. I'll figure that stuff out later.
All right, I just wanted to let you know that so you can put it in there.
Yeah, I just put it up. So yeah, if y'all definitely want to be a part of it, it's not about your ideology changing, none of that kind of stuff. It's about building and then like, you know, like having you at the very least be a part of like a directory that we have once because we all building where we're at. You know what I'm saying? It's not about cracking the sky. It's just about realizing where we at and build from there. So, you know, when we all work together, we'll get to the next level. So, you know, if you want to be a part of some of the things we doing, like the birthday challenge and all that stuff, and shout out to Blue, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bakari. So I appreciate y'all for listening though, man. I'll see y'all in a few, man. But as always, man, we have got to start. Hold on. Let me see. All right, yeah. All right. As always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.